Welcome back. We are going to go on an adventure, kind of connecting with nature, and we're going to take a trip down the Kickapoo River until we arrive at Wildcat State Park. So I want to take you guys along for the journey, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you enjoy, and I'm going to do my very best to survive. Now there is one issue. How am I going to get home? Am I going to be able to coordinate that? That could be tricky. Let's see what develops. Let's go. This is a longer journey than I thought it was going to be. And I'm learning how to film on this phone. Liam, you nearly made it to the top, pal. Top of the peak. Well, got my kayaking shirt on here, and I'm just looking for some supplies to bring with. I want to make sure I can document the journey. But I also want to make sure that I'm protecting my skin from the reflection off the water and from above, because I get sunburned pretty bad. Well, to protect my skin from the reflection on the water, I'll be wearing my turtle fur. You just slip it on over. But I bought this a long time ago for some sun protection. Now, I don't look like the coolest kid in class necessarily, depending on your style, but I know that as the sun reflects off the water, you know, if I'm wearing this, it's gonna protect my skin, and I don't have to like lather up with a bunch of greasy sunscreen. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, there it is in all its glory, my Aruba 10 kayak. And what I'm gonna do is hook up this for my GoPro so I can get time lapse of the action. Well, I got the handyman's secret weapon here, and I'm gonna patch up my kayak just in case, because I know there's some water infiltration where the footholds are for your feet on the inside. There's actually some screws that reach the outside, and I think water is coming in through these. So we're gonna use some duct tape. I don't have any Flex Seal on hand, so does that sound like a winner? Sounds like a winner. All right, so Puppy's getting real excited for this duct tape. As you can see, he's already chewed up a little bit of it, which might take away from the waterproofing, but you know, he's still learning. Okay, so I might have to do a couple layers. Oh, Puppy, I love you too. You aggressive little monkey. You're aggressive. Oh, you. All right, we got our patch complete on that side and this side. And Puppy's getting a little aggressive, so we better hurry. I'm gonna take you on a kayak adventure to remember. We'll see what I've packed for the journey. Let's go. Here's the gear that we're gonna be bringing on the journey. We have one electric scooter. We have one life jacket, a paddle, a pair of waders, in case I have to get out into the river. We got some gummy snacks right there, some water, banana, apple. We have a drone in the box there, and a fanny pack full of cords, power supply, batteries, and GoPro. So there we go. Let's see if we can fit all that and myself in the kayak. I think the most important part of the journey is Obviously putting on my Google Maps guide special edition socks. So we're gonna get those on my feet and we'll be on our way. Ooh, they feel so nice. Ooh. I'm gonna get the old waders on. These could get a little warm out there, but I like the protection. I won't get cold and wet. I'm hearing some gunshots out there, so I sure hope they're not shooting into the river. That would not end well for me. But I got a nice little pouch here for my gear. There we go. Can't forget my life jacket. It's always safety first. You know, I don't think I'm going to be a statistic or a drowning victim, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't still apply caution, because you never know if I get in a hairy situation on a river. There could be a tree blocking the way. There could be a lot of issues going on, so I want as much buoyancy as possible. So far so good. We got my drone in there, the snacks, so they'll be nice and dry in the hull. I'll carry the fanny pack with me. GoPro's there, water's there. Somehow hoping to fit that between my legs. And let's hope we don't sink. Well, so far so good. Got everything in the kayak. My house is just up there. The zip line is right there. I'm floating away. Got the GoPro on super speed. And I guess this is it. Leaving the house. About to get into some weeds here. River's going at a pretty gentle pace. Water's fairly clear. You can see to the bottom. Leaving the house here, we're about, I don't know, 2 feet deep in most places. Channel gets a little deeper here and there. I'm gonna hit this tree up ahead, so I better kind of lean out of that tree. It's a nice sunny day. Gonna hit the shore. Letting the river take me where it may. Hopefully I don't take on any water because I have my scooter to get me back home. We'll see how that works out. If I take on water, I might have some issues. But either that or I might have issues if I hit the shore. Yeah, right into the shore. There's the last view of my house as we start our trip down the river. I'm anticipating a pretty good adventure. Might see some fish down below. There goes the farm. Beautiful little flower on the bank of the river there. I don't know what these are called, but they're kind of cute little flowers. Speed's starting to pick up as we hit our first little rapid here. Got to make sure I'm not going to hit any trees, but goodbye, Sweetberry Farm. We are now on our way. I better start paddling. Before we hit our first batch of trees. There we go, made it past the first obstacle. Got to be careful for these trees that have fallen into the river. Some of the last images I'll see of the farm. Headed around the bend here. We still own this land around here, but we can't see the barn or the house anymore. Another set of rapids coming up. I'd call these a class 1 for sure. It's starting to get a little bit shallow, but I think we should be able to make these. Oh, if I don't strain myself first. Well, I got off of those rocks pretty easy. But this is pretty much the last stop if I want to go back home. But I think we'll keep going. Ugh. There's my exit point. Goodbye, exit point.
I'm driving down an empty freeway.
Coming up to a cliff here. Ugh. You can see how the river has just carved a little channel right into the cliff. Oh boy. It's beautiful, little ferns and mosses growing. It's a good spot to take a break. This might even be a good spot to do a little bit of trout fishing. First test, do I go right or do I go left? I think I'll go left. We'll see if we make it. Now, I've never been here before, so I'm not really sure where the deepest part of the channel is. But I better make a good faith effort here. Ooh, good thing I brought my waders. Don't want to go backwards here. Yeah, I better take a break from the camera. There we go. Made it through that. First major obstacle, down tree across the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to get out. Or can I make it right over here? Okay, so I ran into this Roadblock, and my my bicycle here got into the water, the handlebar. So I'm hoping I didn't damage the electronics there. I'm gonna have to get out in Portage, because these are the dangerous situations that you find yourself in uncharted territory. So better hop out. Part of me wishes getting in and out of my kayak was just a little bit easier, but I packed myself in with all this stuff. I either sit here all day or I portage. Well, here goes nothing. Okay. All right, I'm officially in the Kickapoo, and so is my scooter. If I haven't damaged it, let me check the electronics here. Yeah, it still looks like it turns on. I'm gonna have to do something so that the handle doesn't fall into the water. I have a piece of life jacket that I can use to tie it up, so that way it's not just gonna lean into the water, and that's gonna ensure that I have a way to get home later. Okay, scratch that idea. The straps on the life jacket are attached. I don't have a knife, which would have been a good survival tool to bring, but to keep my electronics on my motorized scooter on top of the boat and not falling in the water, I'm gonna use my fanny pack, the complete fanny pack, as a piece of rope. Here's my rope. Mission accomplished. I just wrapped it around the handlebar and then hooked it up to the handle hold here. And that should keep the electronics up out of the water, unless I tip the whole kayak over, which I'm not anticipating. Better grab that. All right. Now I'm gonna do a portage. Ugh. The water's thankfully not running too fast, but we'll just push it over this log here. Ooh, it's getting a little deep here by the tree. There we go. Gotta watch out for chipping hazards. And that was my first portage. So now I'm gonna look for a spot to climb back into my kayak. This looks like it. All right, we're back on the river and headed downstream. Kind of doing some grind here. I just noticed a really cool feature, like almost a cave carved out here. Coming up to that bridge. Might have to portage here also. Let's see if I can escape. Well, I got out of there. And up ahead, the bridge, but it looks like there's some debris under it. I'm gonna have to land that debris. Wish me luck. One of the best camera angles you will see on this journey. The underside of my nose. Let's see if it's deep enough. I'm getting around. Here we go. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. That's a victory. All right. Looks like it's smooth sailing for a ways here. So I'm gonna get back to it. I see some debris up ahead, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to portage that or what, but it might get a little tricky here in a second. Just on the other side of the bridge. I'll call that bridge number 1 for my journey. Nope, no issues here. Looks like I'm able to go around. Coming up to my very first waterfall. Holy cow, this is a waterfall. Woo! Hey, that wasn't bad, that wasn't bad. That was fun. Not much of a waterfall, but still a foot drop. So far, so good. I'm just gonna let the river carry me for a second here. Obviously,